You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness. The quiet ache of being overlooked. A whisper in a crowded room. A shadow where light should be. You've walked through life, a masterpiece unseen. Your brilliance dimmed by the expectations of others. Your worth measured by a world that doesn't truly know your heart. It's a heavy burden. To carry the weight of invisibility. To offer your gifts, your love, your very essence, only to have them pass by, unacknowledged. You felt the sting of dismissal, the cold shoulder of indifference, the silent judgment that tells you are not enough. But I see you, the chosen one, the one with fire in her veins and purpose in her soul. You are not meant for the shadows. You are destined for the dawn. This is a message for your spirit, a balm for your wounded heart, a call to arms for the woman you are meant to be. For too long, you've let the world dictate your value. You've worn the garments of conformity, the layers of what others expect, the styles that hide your true magnificence. It's time to shed that skin, to emerge reborn in the light of divine truth. This is not about fashion. It's about freedom. It's about reclaiming your sacred space. It's about aligning your outward expression with the divine blueprint etched within you. Every thread, every fabric, every piece you choose to adorn yourself with speaks a language. What is your wardrobe saying? Is it screaming conformity? Is it whispering doubt? Or is it singing a song of strength, of purity, of divine purpose? The world will try to convince you otherwise. It will offer you fleeting trends. It will sell you illusions of happiness. It will tell you that worth is found in external validation. But that is a lie. A carefully crafted deception designed to keep you small, to keep you bound. Your elevation begins from within. It's a spiritual awakening, a conscious choice to honor the divine spark that ignites your very being. And that choice must manifest outwardly. It must be reflected in the way you present yourself to the world. So, we begin this journey together. A sacred excavation of your wardrobe, a removal of what no longer serves your divine ascent. These are not mere items of clothing. They are anchors holding you back. They are chains binding you to the past. They are the whispers of doubt made manifest. Let's speak of the first garment, the one that screams compromise, the one that embodies people-pleasing. The dresses, the tops, the skirts designed not for your comfort or your confidence, but to appease the eyes of others. The outfits chosen because you worried about what they might think. The clothes that make you shrink rather than soar. This is the garment of borrowed opinions. It suffocates your unique voice. It dilutes your divine essence. You wear it, and you become a reflection of their expectations. Not the radiant original that you are. The scriptures call us to be set apart, to be holy, to be a light in the darkness. How can you be a light when you are camouflaged in the shadows of approval? When your outward appearance is a testament to your fear of judgment, this garment must go. Release it, burn it, donate it. Whatever you do, let it go. Make space for what truly honors the divine woman you are. Next, consider the fabrics that speak of fleeting desires, the cheap imitations, the garments that are designed to be disposable, the trends that fade as quickly as they arrive. These are the garments of shallowness. They represent a pursuit of superficial satisfaction. They are a distraction from the enduring beauty that lies within you. God's creation is enduring. His love is eternal. His truth is steadfast. Why would you adorn yourself with that which is designed to be temporary? This is not about expensive clothes. It's about the spirit behind the choice. Are you chasing the next fleeting thrill? Or are you embracing the timeless elegance of your soul? These fleeting fashions, they whisper of discontent. They suggest that you are never quite enough, always needing something new to feel complete. This is the essence of the world's hollow promises. It's a trap, a cycle of dissatisfaction. The chosen one understands true value. She knows that lasting beauty comes from within. She adorns herself with that which reflects her inner radiance, that which speaks of permanence, of substance, of the eternal. Release the garments of the disposable. Embrace the elegance of the enduring. Then there are the clothes that carry the weight of past hurts. The outfits you wore during times of pain. The dresses that witness tears. The garments that are saturated with memories of betrayal, of rejection, of loss. These are the garments of lingering sorrow. They are a constant reminder of what you have endured. And while your scars tell a story of resilience, they do not need to be worn as a uniform. You have overcome. You have healed. You have grown stronger. To hold on to these garments is to keep yourself tethered to the pain. It is to allow the past to dictate your present. It is to wear your wounds as a badge of shame rather than a testament to your strength. The Lord wants you to walk in freedom. He wants you to leave the past behind, to embrace the newness of life He offers. These garments, they are heavy. They drag you down. They dim your light. They whisper of despair. They are a constant echo of what was preventing you from embracing what can be. Release them. With gratitude for the lessons learned, yes, but release them nonetheless. Make room for joy. Make room for peace. Make room for the future God has ordained for you. These are not clothes. They are emotional baggage, and it's time to unpack. The fourth item to release is the garment of excessive revealing, not in a judgmental way, but in a way that honors your sacredness. The clothing that is designed to draw undue attention. The outfits that sexualize rather than celebrate. The styles that are an invitation for the wrong kind of gaze. You are a temple, a vessel of the divine. Your body is sacred. Your spirit is precious. When you adorn yourself in a way that invites objectification, you diminish your own sacredness. You invite energy that is not aligned with your divine purpose. You are not here to be a spectacle. You are here to be a revelation. There is a grace in modesty, a power in dignified presentation. It's not about hiding yourself. It's about revealing yourself with intention, with wisdom, with an understanding of your own inherent value. The world will try to tell you that revealing is empowering. But true power comes from within. It comes from self-respect. It comes from honoring your divine nature. The chosen one understands this. She knows that her worth is not measured by the attention she receives, but by the purity of her heart and the depth of her spirit. Release the garments that seek external validation through overt display. Embrace the elegance that comes from self-possession, the quiet confidence that radiates from a woman who knows her worth. Fifth, let's address the garment of the imposter. The clothes that you wear to try and be someone you're not. The styles you adopt because you admire someone else's journey, but they don't align with your own spirit. The outfits that feel like a costume. You are unique, a one-of-a-kind creation. There is no one else like you. Trying to imitate others is a disservice to your own divine design. It's like a rose trying to be a lily. It misses its own exquisite beauty. These imposter garments, they whisper of insecurity. They scream that you are not enough as you are, that you need to borrow identity from someone else. But God has given you your own, a precious, powerful, and perfect identity. Embrace your own style, your own voice, your own essence. Wear what makes you feel authentic, what makes you feel like the truest version of yourself. Not who you think you should be, but who God created you to be. Release the imposter garments, step into your own skin, and let your true light shine. Sixth, we must speak of the garments that carry the burden of comparison. The outfits you bought because someone else looked good in them. The styles you covet because they seem to represent a status or a lifestyle you desire, but they don't resonate with your soul. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's a thief that can infiltrate your wardrobe. When you're constantly looking at others, you lose sight of your own blessings. You become dissatisfied with your own journey. These garments, they are fueled by envy. They are a constant reminder of what you perceive yourself to be lacking. They keep you from appreciating the abundance that is already yours. They keep you from celebrating your own unique path. The chosen one walks her own path with confidence. She draws inspiration from others, yes, but she does not seek to replicate them. She understands that her journey is her own. Her blessings are unique. Her purpose is divinely appointed. Release the garments of comparison. Embrace the gratitude for your own journey. Celebrate your own unique path. And finally, the seventh item. The garment that represents compromise with your values. The clothing that you know deep down does not align with your moral compass. The items purchased from sources that exploit others. The styles that promote negativity or divisiveness. You are called to be a force for good, to live with integrity, to embody the principles of love, kindness, and justice. Your wardrobe should reflect these values. It should be a statement of your commitment to a higher way of living. These garments, they represent a disconnect between your actions and your beliefs. They are a silent betrayal of your own convictions. They can create inner turmoil, a subtle dissonance that erodes your peace. The Lord asks us to walk in truth, to live in alignment with His Word. This means making conscious choices in every area of our lives, including what we wear. Release the garments that compromise your values. Choose clothing that reflects your commitment to righteousness. Choose pieces that empower you to be a beacon of light and goodness in the world. This is not a punishment. It is a liberation. It is a divine invitation to elevate your spirit, to align your outward expression with the magnificent woman you are called to be. This is the beginning of your divine elevation. You're standing in your closet, a familiar space, but today it feels different, heavy, like a weight pressing down. You look at the clothes, each one a memory, a choice, a time. Some of these choices no longer serve you. They're anchors, holding you to a past you're meant to transcend. This is not about perfection. It's about alignment, a shedding of the skin that no longer fits, a preparation for what's to come. But what if the shedding feels like loss? What if the empty hangers echo with a loneliness that chills you? This is where we confront the idea of divine isolation. It's a word that sounds harsh, punishing, like God has turned His back. But I tell you, it's the opposite. It's the ultimate embrace. Think of a potter with his clay. He doesn't just mold it haphazardly. He spins it on the wheel, isolates it in the fire. He refines it, purifies it. The heat is intense. The process can feel isolating. But it's in that crucible that the clay becomes unbreakable. It becomes something of true worth, something designed for a divine purpose. Divine isolation is that sacred fire. It's God deliberately setting you apart, not to abandon you, but to protect you, to shape you, to prepare you for a calling that requires a distinct purity, a focused strength. Consider the shepherd with his flock. He doesn't leave the weak or the lost to fend for themselves, but he will sometimes draw a healthy sheep aside. He'll nurture it, feed it separately. Why? To heal it, to strengthen it, to make it resilient. He isolates it for its own good, for its future health and vitality. You might feel this drawing away now, a quietness descending, a pulling back from the noise, the frantic pace of the world. It can feel like being left behind, like everyone else is moving forward, and you're stuck. But this stillness is a sanctuary. It's God's way of whispering truths only the quiet heart can hear. The world offers its dazzling distractions, its shallow connections, its fleeting validation. These things can dilute your spirit, blur your vision, make you susceptible to compromise. Divine isolation is the antidote. It's the divine shield that deflects the arrows of deceit, the whispers of doubt, the pull of the ordinary. It's like a rare orchid. It doesn't grow in the crowded jungle. It needs a specific microclimate, a controlled environment. It needs to be set apart to bloom in its full, breathtaking glory. You are that orchid. Your unique beauty, your potent gifts, they require a consecrated space, a consecrated time. When you are isolated by God, you are being consecrated. You are being set apart for a holy purpose. Think of the ark. It was built in isolation. A specific design, a specific mission. It wasn't built in the marketplace. It was built in a place of divine focus. This isolation is not a void. It is a fullness. It is God filling the spaces the world once occupied. It's Him becoming your primary companion, your ultimate confidant, your unwavering source of strength. It's a detox, a spiritual cleanse, removing the influences that drain your divine energy, exposing you to unnecessary risks. It's about recalibrating your soul to His frequency, tuning out the static, tuning into the divine symphony. When God calls you into isolation, He is calling you into His presence. He is calling you into a deeper intimacy. It's an invitation to feast at His table, to drink from His wellspring, to be refined by His love. The world tells you connection is everything, that being alone is a failure. But God's economy is different. He knows that true strength is forged in solitude, that profound understanding is gained in stillness, that unwavering faith is built in the quiet chambers of the heart. This is not a punishment. This is a privilege. It's a sign that you are chosen, that you are being prepared for something extraordinary, something that requires a spirit uncompromised, a spirit deeply rooted in Him. So when you feel that pull, that separation, don't resist it. Embrace it. Recognize it for what it is, the loving hand of your Creator, drawing you closer, protecting you from the storms, preparing you to bloom, to shine, to fulfill the divine blueprint laid out for you. This is not an end. It is a sacred beginning, a journey into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. There is a place, a sacred space. It is not found on any map. It is not built with brick and mortar. It is a condition of the soul, a deliberate separation, a divine isolation. We fear it, don't we? This solitude, this quiet. We label it abandonment, punishment, proof that something went wrong, proof that God turned His face away. But that belief is a lie, a whisper meant to distort what is actually protection. Divine isolation is not exile. It is sanctuary. It is the shepherd pulling the sheep away from the roar of the lion. It is a mother gathering her child into her arms as the storm breaks. It is the hand of God, gentle yet firm, guiding you into safety, into a place where the noise of the world dissolves and the distractions finally fall silent, so His voice can be heard clearly. Think of the potter and the clay. The clay is not punished when it is lifted from the ground and placed on the wheel. It is being prepared. It is being shaped. It is being readied for purpose. Divine isolation is the potter's wheel for your soul. It is where impurities are removed, rough edges softened and form aligned with design. Consider the seed. It must be buried. It must be hidden in darkness. That burial is not punishment. It is process. It is gestation. It is transformation before life breaks through the surface. Your season of divine isolation is that soil. Fertile, quiet, unseen, necessary. The world demands your attention, pulls your energy in countless directions, drains your focus, dilutes your identity. In that chaos, you forget who you are and whose you are. Divine isolation corrects this drift. It is refinement. It is silence that allows your true identity to rise without interference. When you are set apart, you are protected, shielded from influences that would distort your spirit, from paths that would entangle your steps. Like a precious gem placed in velvet, not because it lacks value, but because its value demands protection. Think of the ark. It was built in isolation by divine instruction, away from the noise of the world. That isolation was not rejection, it was preservation, salvation. What God is isolating now, He is preserving for what comes next. When solitude pulls at you, do not resist it. Do not interpret it as loss. It is not rejection. It is selection. It is preparation for deeper intimacy and greater responsibility. The world claims connection is everything, that being surrounded equals success. But the strongest connection is forged with the source, and that connection often requires silence. In stillness, His whisper becomes clear. In separation, closeness deepens. This is not loneliness. It is intimacy. Not barrenness, but unseen growth. A holy pause. A sacred invitation to step away from noise, expectation, and pressure, and realign with love that does not demand performance. This separation is gain, not loss. You gain clarity, strength, and a peace that cannot be shaken by circumstances. You are being refined, purified, made ready. The light cultivated here will shine later with precision and authority. When the world feels loud and heavy, and you feel drawn inward, understand this truth: you are not being cast out. You are being called in. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Divine isolation is not harsh. It is protective. It is intentional. It is sacred. Divine isolation may sound severe at first, like a sentence or consequence, but it is actually sanctuary, carved specifically for you. God's protection often looks like separation. He does not push you away. He draws you closer. He quiets competing voices, so His peace becomes your atmosphere. This isolation acts as a shield, deflecting distraction, distortion, and depletion. Like a shepherd guiding a lamb to quieter pasture, away from danger. Divine isolation is intentional care. The world is full of thorns and snares, and God knows this. So He creates stillness. He invites you into sacred solitude where truth can settle deeply. This is not about being alone. It is about being undivided, about shedding excess comparison and borrowed identity, like shedding old skin to allow growth, like a jewel refined under pressure, uncovered, polished, set apart. In this space, you hear yourself again, your spirit, your true desires aligned with God's design. External opinions lose authority. Comparison weakens. You stop forcing yourself into molds that were never meant for you. This separation is consecration, preparation, filling before pouring, strength before assignment. It is the quiet before purpose accelerates, the stillness where faith is fortified without applause. You are not shrinking here. You are expanding inwardly, building peace that cannot be breached. This is not a prison. It is a palace, a sanctuary. The world equates strength with visibility and validation, but real strength is forged in stillness. Discovery happens here. Revelation happens here. Communion deepens here. Like a seed buried before sprouting, This isolation is fertile ground, not failure. It is favor, safeguarding, alignment, love in action. So when you feel set apart, lean in. Trust the process. Divine isolation is not punishment. It is protection. It is preparation. It is the sacred space where your spirit learns to soar. Your wardrobe is a reflection, a mirror to your soul. What stories does it tell? Are you living your divine purpose? Or are you weighed down by the past? The world whispers distractions. It pulls you away from your truth. But within you lies a fire, a power forged in the shadows. Your spiritual mission awaits. It's a journey of unveiling, of shedding what no longer serves. Think of the caterpillar, trapped in its cocoon. Darkness is its crucible. It dissolves, reforms, emerges with wings. Your trials are not punishments. They are your metamorphosis. The moments of struggle, the nights of doubt. These are not failures. They are the refining fires. They burn away the impurities, the fear, the insecurity, the echoes of past hurts. This inner power, it doesn't come from comfort. It's born in the crucible, in the quiet, painful surrender. When you face your deepest fears and choose to stand anyway, that's where your strength is forged. That's where your divine mission takes root. Look at the ancient trees. Their roots run deep, grown through rocky soil, through storms and droughts. Their resilience is their glory. Your soul's mission is no different. It demands courage. It demands authenticity. It demands that you look within and confront the parts of yourself you've tried to hide, the parts you've deemed unworthy. But the divine sees all. It cherishes the whole you. Your past is not your prison. It's your preparation. Every scar tells a story, a testament to your survival, to your strength, to your capacity for growth. The darkness you've walked through, it has illuminated your path. It has shown you what matters, what truly holds value. It has stripped away the superficial, leaving behind the core of your being, your true essence. Your spiritual mission calls you to step into your full power, to embrace the woman you are becoming. Not the woman you were told to be, not the woman society expects, but the woman God created, fearless, radiant, unstoppable. This inner power, it's not about brute force. It's about a quiet knowing, a deep conviction, a connection to something greater. It's the strength to say no to what dims your light, to say yes to what ignites your soul. Your wardrobe can be a tool, a declaration of this inner truth. Each item you choose, a conscious decision, a step in alignment with your divine purpose. Remove the pieces that whisper doubt, that echo old identities, that keep you bound to the past. Embrace the garments that empower, that remind you of your strength, that align you with your mission. The darkness prepared you. It showed you your resilience. It revealed your inner power. Now step into the light. Your spiritual mission is unfolding. What will you wear? What will you embody? The transformation is within you. It's time to let it shine, to let it radiate, to let it lead. It's a calling, a divine mission. You feel it deep within your bones, a stirring, a purpose. It's not just a whisper, it's a roar, a celestial directive. Your spiritual mission, it's etched into your very soul. A grand design, a sacred assignment. It's what you were born to do, what you were meant to conquer. This mission doesn't always arrive bathed in sunlight. Often, it finds you in the shadows, in the crucible of your deepest trials. When the world feels like it's closing in, when darkness becomes your only companion, that's where the real work begins. That's where your true power is forged. In the fires of adversity, in the silent battles fought within. Think of the ancient warriors. They didn't emerge fully formed. They were tested, broken, rebuilt, stronger, wiser. Their triumphs were born from their scars, their victories from their deepest valleys. Your darkness. It's not a punishment. It's a training ground, a sacred space for transformation. It's where you shed the layers of pretense, the masks you wear for the world. It's where you confront your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, all the things that hold you captive, all the things that dim your light. This is the spiritual mission, to face the shadows, to stare them down, to refuse to be consumed, to find the ember of light within, and to fan it into a raging inferno. When you are stripped bare, when everything you thought you knew is shattered, that's when you discover your resilience, your tenacity, your unyielding spirit. You learn to trust your intuition, that inner compass, that divine guidance that whispers truths only you can hear. It's your lifeline, your guiding star. The darkness teaches you patience. It teaches you perseverance. It teaches you that even in the longest night, the dawn will inevitably break. It's in the silence, the profound, unsettling silence, that you hear the divine, that you connect with the source of all power, your power. You begin to understand the nature of true strength. It's not about brute force. It's about unwavering faith, about radical self-acceptance, about the courage to be vulnerable. This inner power developed in the darkness. It's a sacred gift, a testament to your strength, to your ability to overcome, to your divine potential. You emerge from the shadows different, transformed, radiant, carrying a light that no darkness can extinguish, a light that illuminates the path for others. Your mission is not about personal glory. It's about service, about lifting others, about sharing the wisdom you've gained, about being a beacon of hope. This inner power is your divine birthright. It's always been within you, waiting for the right moment, waiting for you to embrace your mission, to step into your truth. The shedding of old garments, the outward cleansing, it mirrors the inward purge, the necessary shedding of what no longer serves your divine mission, what weighs you down, what dims your spirit, what prevents you from stepping fully into your purpose. These are the things that must be released. The spiritual mission demands authenticity. It demands courage. It demands that you align your outer life with your inner truth. Your wardrobe is a reflection of your inner state. If your spirit is bound, if your light is dimmed, your clothes will show it. They will speak of limitations, of compromise. But when you embrace your divine mission, when you cultivate that inner power, your outward presentation will shift. It will become an expression of your strength, your confidence, your divine essence. The items you remove are not just fabric. They are anchors. They are chains. They are symbols of a past self, a self that is ready to be shed. The divine elevation is an ongoing process, a continuous unfolding. It requires vigilance. It requires dedication. It requires that you honor your inner calling, your mission. It's a sacred trust, a profound responsibility, and you are more than capable. You are divinely equipped. Embrace the darkness, learn from it, grow from it. For it is there in the deepest shadows that you will discover the most brilliant light. Your light, the light of your divine mission, the power that will change everything. The battlefield is within, not the racks of clothes, but the war for your soul. You seek divine elevation, a higher purpose, a mission etched into your very being. But before you can ascend, you must confront the shadows. You must understand the darkness that has held you captive. It's not about hemlines or fabrics. It's about the whispers that tell you you're not enough. The doubts that paralyze your steps. The lies that have become your comfort. These are the chains These are the weights you carry. Your spiritual mission isn't found in outward adornment. It's forged in the crucible of your deepest struggles. The nights you spent wrestling with your fears, the moments you felt utterly broken. That's where the real work begins. Think of the desert prophets. They didn't seek luxury. They sought truth. They walked through barren lands facing the rawest elements. And in that stripping away, they found their power, their divine connection. The darkness is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is the forge. It is where your spirit is tempered, where your resilience is born, where your inner power is ignited. When you are stripped bare, when the pretense falls away, what remains? The raw, unadulterated essence of you. The part that has always yearned for more. The part that knows its divine inheritance. That inner power, developed in the quiet desperation in the lonely hours, is a fierce, unyielding force. It's the strength that laughs in the face of adversity. The courage that stands firm when the world crumbles. You have faced storms. You have endured trials. Each scar is a testament to your survival. Each tear has watered the seeds of your strength. Do not dismiss these experiences. They are the foundation of your divine elevation. The spiritual mission calls you to embrace all of yourself. Not just the polished, acceptable version, but the whole complex, beautifully flawed woman you are, including the parts you've tried to hide. The darkness teaches you discernment. It sharpens your senses. You begin to see through the superficial. You recognize the true from the false, the divine from the deceptive. This inner power is not loud or boastful. It is a quiet knowing, a steady flame that burns within. It guides your decisions. It fuels your actions. It directs your steps toward your divine purpose. When you understand the spiritual mission, you understand that your outward appearance is merely a reflection of your inner state. If the inside is cluttered with doubt, with fear, with the remnants of what no longer serves you, then your outward expression will be muddled. The items you remove from your wardrobe are symbols. They are tangible representations of the internal cleansing that must occur. They are the shedding of old skins, the release of burdens. This is not a punishment. This is liberation. This is the divine invitation to rise, to step into the fullness of your spiritual calling. The power you've cultivated in the darkness is the very power that will illuminate your path. It is the light that will guide you and the light that will shine through you. Your mission is to embody that divine strength, to demonstrate that true elevation comes from within, from the unwavering resolve born in the quiet battles, from the spiritual power forged in the heart of the storm. This is not a gentle awakening. This is a fierce, glorious rebirth. This is the moment you claim your spiritual inheritance. This is your divine mission. Embrace the lessons of the darkness. Unleash the power it has revealed within you. Your spiritual journey demands it. Your divine elevation depends on it. The world screams for your light. It craves the woman you are meant to be. But before you can shine, you must first confront the shadows. This is not a gentle suggestion. It is a divine mandate. There is a mission laid out for you, a purpose woven into the very fabric of your soul. It calls you to a higher plane, to a place of unshakable strength, to become a beacon for others. This mission demands a warrior. It demands a woman forged in the crucible of her own making. You have walked through fire. You have navigated the darkest nights. These were not random occurrences. They were the training grounds, the relentless forging of your spirit. Each trial, each tear, each moment of doubt was a hammer blow, shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. In the quiet stillness of your struggles, something profound awakens, an inner power. It is born from the ashes of your brokenness. It thrives in the very places you once feared. The darkness was not your enemy. It was your alchemist. It transmuted your pain into resilience. your fear into courage, your despair into unwavering hope. Think of the deepest valleys you have traversed, the moments you felt utterly alone, the times the weight of the world pressed down, threatening to crush you. It was then, in that absolute surrender, that your true power began to stir. It was a whisper at first, a faint ember glowing in the desolation. This inner power is not loud. It is not boastful. It is a deep, resonant knowing, a quiet confidence that settles in your bones. It is the understanding that you have faced your worst and emerged. You have endured. You have overcome. This knowledge is your armor. It is your sword. It is the foundation upon which your spiritual mission is built. You have seen the illusions that held you captive, the false comforts that lulled you into complacency, the external validations that dimmed your internal fire. Removing them is not a loss. It is a liberation. It is shedding the dead weight that prevented your ascension. Each item you release from your wardrobe is a symbol, a tangible representation of the spiritual clutter you are clearing. It is a declaration of intent, a vow to walk in truth, to embrace the woman God designed you to be, a woman of substance, a woman of power, a woman on a mission. The darkness taught you discernment. It sharpened your spiritual senses. You learned to distinguish the genuine from the counterfeit, the divine from the distracting. This newfound clarity is a gift, a vital tool for your journey. You understand now that true beauty is not skin deep. It emanates from within. It is the radiance of a soul that has wrestled with its demons and emerged victorious. It is the peace that comes from aligning your outward appearance with your inner truth. Your spiritual mission requires authenticity. It demands that you shed the masks, the pretenses, the borrowed identities. You are called to be unapologetically you, to stand in your power, to speak your truth, even when it's difficult, especially when it's difficult. The power cultivated in the darkness is a force to be reckoned with. It is a quiet strength that can move mountains. It is a profound wisdom that can guide others. It is the very essence of divine feminine power, unleashed, unchained, unstoppable. Do not shy away from the memory of your struggles. Embrace them. They are the bedrock of your strength. They are the source of your unshakable resolve. The darkness was a necessary passage, a sacred space where your spirit was refined, where your power was forged. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are a creator of your destiny. You are a vessel of divine purpose. The inner power you possess is a testament to your resilience, to your faith, to your unwavering commitment to your spiritual evolution. This is the season of your elevation, the time to step into the fullness of your calling, to wield the power that has been simmering within you, to let your light shine forth, to fulfill the divine mission that awaits. The world is waiting for the woman you have become, the woman who learned to thrive, not just survive in the heart of the storm, the spirit's journey. It's not always bathed in sunlight. Sometimes the deepest lessons are forged in shadow. We call it darkness, but it's not an ending. It's a crucible, a place where the spirit is refined, stripped bare. Think of the seed buried deep in the earth. It's dark, it's suffocating. But within that darkness, life stirs. A hidden power begins to awaken, a relentless push towards the light. That's your spiritual mission, to embrace the hidden strength within, to find your divine elevation, not just in the easy moments, but in the trials. This mission demands courage, the courage to face what lies beneath the surface, the fears, the doubts, the ingrained habits that hold you captive. These are the weights, the anchors that keep you tethered to the ground when you were meant to soar. Your wardrobe is a reflection of your inner state, of your choices, of the identity you project. When we speak of removing items, It's more than fabric. It's about shedding layers of the old self, the self that conforms, the self that seeks validation from the outside. The spiritual mission calls for authenticity, a raw, unvarnished truth. It asks you to look inward, to excavate the core of your being, to understand what truly nourishes your soul and what depletes it. The darkness you experience. It's not punishment, it's preparation. It's where resilience is born, where faith is tested and strengthened. It's where you learn to rely on an inner compass, a divine guidance that whispers even in the storm. This inner power, it's not gentle, it's primal. It's the roar of a lioness protecting her cubs. It's the unyielding spirit of a mountain weathering a tempest. It's the quiet determination of a river carving its path through stone. When you've walked through fire, you emerge transformed. The scars are not shame. They are testaments to your survival, to your strength, to your unwavering spirit. Your spiritual mission is to reclaim that power, to understand that the darkness did not break you. It forged you. It revealed the diamond hidden within the rough. The items we discard from our closets. They represent comfort zones. They represent the easy path. They represent the acceptance of limitations. Your mission is to transcend those limitations. Scripture speaks of pruning, of cutting away the dead branches so the vine can bear more fruit. This is that spiritual pruning. It's a necessary act of liberation, to make space for the new, for the divine. Consider the caterpillar. It enters a chrysalis, a period of profound darkness, of seemingly complete dissolution. But within that dark space, a miracle occurs, a metamorphosis, a complete reimagining of its being. Your spiritual mission is that metamorphosis. It's about allowing the darkness to work its magic, to break down what needs to be broken down, to rebuild you stronger, wiser, more aligned with your divine purpose. The power developed in the darkness is potent. It's the power of knowing yourself, truly knowing yourself, beyond the masks, beyond the expectations. It's the power of self-mastery, the ability to command your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. When you've wrestled with your own demons, when you've stared into the abyss and refused to falter, you unlock a reservoir of strength, a wellspring of courage that is inexhaustible. This is the essence of divine elevation, not the escape from hardship, not the avoidance of pain, but the rising through it, the ascent that only becomes possible because the fire tested you and did not consume you. It is the discovery of the divine spark that has always lived within you, the spark that does not flicker in comfort, but burns brightest when pressed, when questioned, when everything familiar falls away. Your wardrobe, like your life, can either remain a shrine to who you once were or become a living declaration of who you are now, becoming a visible testament to your journey, your endurance, your awakening, and the power you have cultivated in silence. Each item you remove is not loss, but motion, a deliberate shedding of what no longer serves, a conscious honoring of the woman forged in the crucible of her own spiritual evolution. The darkness held lessons, deep, unsettling, life-altering lessons. It taught you patience when nothing moved. It taught you perseverance when quitting would have been easier. It taught you that even when you felt unseen, unheard, and alone, you were never truly abandoned. Your spiritual mission now is not to forget those lessons, but to integrate them, to carry the wisdom of the shadow into the light, to live from a place of unshakable knowing that cannot be taken from you. The power you hold today is not accidental. It is hard-won, earned through endurance, shaped by pressure, sealed by faith. Embrace it, own it, let it guide you. Let it illuminate your path. Because divine elevation is not a destination. You arrive at once. It is the ongoing process of becoming fueled by the very darkness you once feared. Your spiritual mission does not begin with applause or recognition. It begins quietly in the places you avoid, the inner rooms you lock, the shadows you pretend aren't there. You were taught that strength comes from visibility, from winning, from standing in the light. But that is a worldly illusion. True power is forged in the nights you cannot sleep, in the tears you swallow, in the moments when survival itself feels like work. The darkness is not your enemy. It is your training ground. The furnace where your spirit is refined like gold, where heat burns away fear, doubt, and everything that weighs your soul down. The items you remove from your wardrobe are not just fabric. They are anchors, ties to versions of yourself built to survive rather than to live, remnants of who you thought you had to be accepted. They are the whispers of the world telling you to conform, to shrink, to stay small. When you release them, you create space, and space is sacred. Space is where the true self emerges. It feels terrifying, like shedding skin, like standing exposed without armor. But this vulnerability is not weakness. It is access. It is the crack through which divine light enters. In your weakest moments, you discovered reserves of strength you did not know existed. Strength rooted not in force, but in spirit. Think of your darkest night, the moment you felt defeated beyond words. In that emptiness, something stirred, a refusal to disappear, a flicker of resilience. That flicker was not random. It was the seed of your mission. The world glorifies perfection, but divine work is carried by the wounded, by those who have walked through fire and emerged altered, not unscarred, but awakened. Your transformation is not about erasing the past. It is about integrating it. Understanding how pain taught you empathy, how struggle taught you endurance, how darkness trained your eyes to see light where others see nothing. This inner power born in hardship is what allows you to stand when storms rage and opinions roar. It is unshakable because it was built where nothing was guaranteed. You were never meant to be a fragile flower. You were meant to be an ancient oak, roots, deep branches, wide, weathered by storms, and stronger because of them. The outward shedding is only the beginning, the visible echo of an internal purification, a declaration to the universe that you are ready to align your external life with your evolving spirit. Your mission is authenticity, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it demands confrontation with shadows. This is not a gentle awakening. It is a seismic breaking. Open a collapse of illusion, and within that collapse, a power emerges that can move mountains, heal wounds, and transform lives. That power has always lived inside you. The darkness did not destroy you. It built you. It prepared you. The closet holds more than clothing. It holds memory, identity, expectation, and sometimes it holds us back. We spoke of 7 things, 7 symbolic releases that create space for peace, growth, and divine movement. Clothes that make you feel less than, that pinch your worth to a number, or a gaze that exists for validation you no longer seek. These are not neutral objects. They are declarations. Worn-out pieces cling to stagnation. Borrowed styles dilute your originality. Judgment-laden garments bind you to approval. Items tied to pain anchor you to moments your soul has already outgrown. Releasing them is not deprivation. It is liberation. It is honoring the temple you are. Scripture speaks of shedding the old self and putting on the new. This is that truth made tangible. This is alignment. This is preparation. This is divine elevation in motion. Think of it as an act of worship, a physical manifestation of your commitment to a higher path. Each item removed is a prayer answered, a step closer to the woman God intended you to be, confident, radiant, unapologetically divine. This process can be emotional, and that is not a weakness, but a sign that something sacred is happening. It is okay to feel, to pause, to let grief surface for what was, and to gently open your hands to what is coming. This is not just organization. This is renewal. Let the emptiness in your closet stand as testimony to your courage, as evidence of your surrender, as a quiet promise of ascent. You are not defined by what you own or what you wear. You are defined by your spirit, by the choices you make in unseen moments, by your devotion to the divine. Imagine now a curated space where each piece reflects your inner truth, where every garment reminds you of your strength, your dignity, your calling. Clothes that empower instead of diminish, that honor instead of distract, that celebrate the woman of God you are becoming. This is not the end of a decluttering exercise. It is the beginning of transformation. May you walk in freedom that does not shake when circumstances change. May your confidence be rooted, not reactive. May your heart rest in a peace that does not depend on approval. May the grace of God surround you. His wisdom guide your steps. His love become the foundation upon which you build everything. As you step into each day, may your attire reflect the royalty you carry within. May your spirit shine through you as a beacon of hope and a living testament to His enduring power. You are divinely appointed. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Go forth clothed in strength, adorned in grace, walking steadily in His divine light. May your journey be blessed. Amen. The world tells you to acquire, to consume, to keep up, but true elevation is never found in accumulation. It is found in shedding, in simplifying, in trusting the divine design written over your life. We have spoken about the items, the tangible things that weigh us down, but the deeper work, the soul-deep transformation happens when you turn inward and examine what you carry there. The beliefs, the unresolved hurts, the silent expectations, these are the true burdens. Think of the garment of comparison, the first thing that must be released. Each time you compare yourself to another, you dim your own light. You forget that God does not mass-produce souls. You are a singular creation, a masterpiece without duplicate. Release comparison completely, every thread of it. There is no one like you, and that uniqueness is not a flaw, but your power. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should on God's perfect timeline, not the world's impatient clock. Then there is the cloak of self-doubt, the quiet whisper that tells you that you are not enough, not worthy, not capable. That voice is not truth. It is deception. A serpent's whisper, meant to steal your joy and derail your calling. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, every talent, every strength, every vulnerability intentionally woven into your divine blueprint. Your worth is not earned, it is inherent. It is sealed by the one who formed you. Embrace it fully. Consider also the shroud of past mistakes. Every soul stumbles. Every path includes missteps. But God's grace is not shallow or limited. It is an endless ocean. When you confess and repent, you are washed clean. Holding on to guilt is like carrying a stone up a mountain you were never meant to climb. It does not make you holy. It only makes you tired. Release it. Receive forgiveness. Walk forward unburdened. And finally, the heavy coat of other people's opinions, their judgments, their expectations, their projections. This weight is not yours to carry. You were never called to live for their applause or their approval. You are living to honor the one who created you, the one who sees your heart, who knows your intentions, who understands your journey fully. When you lay all of this down, comparison, doubt, guilt, and the need to please you stand lighter, freer, clearer. This is divine elevation. This is alignment. This is what it means to be clothed, not just outwardly, but inwardly, in truth, in purpose, and in unshakable faith. Their words have no power unless you give them permission. Guard your heart and listen only to the voice of your Creator. The ill-fitting suit of perfectionism, the pressure to be flawless. It's an impossible standard, a mirage. God doesn't call us to perfection. He calls us to growth, to becoming more like Him day by day. Embrace your imperfections. They are the cracks through which His light shines. They make you relatable. They make you human. They make you beautiful. The tattered rags of unforgiveness, holding on to anger, holding on to resentment. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. It is the ultimate act of self-liberation. Release them. Release the pain and reclaim your peace. The faded uniform of old wounds, the traumas, the betrayals, the deep hurts. These can leave scars, invisible wounds that ache. But you are not defined by your wounds. You are defined by your healing, by your resilience, by your strength in overcoming. Seek solace. Seek healing. And know that even in your pain, God is with you. The restrictive girdle of limiting beliefs. The I can't and I'm not good enough stories you tell yourself. These are self-imposed prisons. You have the power to rewrite your narrative, to challenge those lies, to believe in the possibilities God has laid before you. Your potential is limitless. The final most crucial item to remove. The spiritual clutter, the distractions, the noise, the things that pull you away from your connection with God. These can be anything. Idolatry of work, chasing fleeting pleasures, anything that steals your devotion, anything that hinders your walk. Prioritize your relationship with Him. Seek His presence above all else. When you shed these things, when you clear out the wardrobe of your soul, something extraordinary happens. You feel lighter. You feel freer. You feel elevated. You step into the woman God designed you to be. Radiant, resilient, redeemed. This is not about deprivation. It is about divine abundance. It is about making space for God's blessings to pour in. When you let go of what weighs you down, you make room for what lifts you up. You create a sacred space within yourself, a sanctuary where peace resides, where joy flourishes, where His love saturates every corner. This journey of shedding, it's ongoing. There will be times you reach for old habits, old comforts. But remember this truth. You are strong. You are capable. You are deeply loved. The power to change is within you, fueled by His Spirit. Look at your life now, the areas you've cleared, the light that's beginning to shine through. This is the work of divine elevation. It's a process, a beautiful, unfolding miracle. So step out. Step out in your newfound freedom, in your divine confidence, in the knowledge that you are cherished, you are chosen, you are more than enough. Walk with your head held high, your spirit bright, your purpose clear. May your heart be filled with an unshakable peace. May your spirit soar with unbridled joy. May your steps be guided by His unfailing love. May you walk in the fullness of who God created you to be. A woman of divine elevation. May His grace be your covering, His strength your foundation, His wisdom your guide. Go forth, shine your light, and let the world see the beautiful masterpiece that you are. This is your moment. This is your elevation, your closet, a reflection, not just of your style, but of your spirit. We've journeyed through items that weigh you down, items that dim your divine light. Now we stand at the precipice, ready to shed what no longer serves, ready to embrace the elevation. Remember, this isn't about deprivation. It's about liberation. It's about making space for the sacred, space for the woman God called you to be. Let's talk about the whispers, The whispers of comparison, the whispers that tell you you're not enough. These are the voices of the enemy. They try to steal your joy. They try to dim your radiance. Your wardrobe can amplify these whispers, or it can silence them. Consider the clothes that make you feel less than, the ones that require constant adjusting, the ones that scream for attention, but not the right kind. These are garments of distraction. They pull your focus away from your purpose, away from your peace. When you choose clothing that honors your body, your God-given temple, you are declaring a truth of self-worth, a truth of acceptance. It's a powerful statement, a statement of divine alignment. Think about the stories your clothes tell. Do they speak of confidence, of grace, of quiet strength, or do they shout insecurity? Do they echo doubt? Each garment is a messenger. What message are you sending? The first item we addressed, the revealing, the immodest. It's not about shame, it's about reverence. Reverence for yourself. Reverence for the sacredness of your femininity. When you clothe yourself with dignity, you proclaim your value. You declare your purity. The second, the ill-fitting. Too tight, too loose. It hinders your movement. It restricts your spirit. When your clothes don't fit, neither does your confidence. Embrace garments that allow you to move freely, to breathe deeply, to live fully. The third, the worn out, faded, torn, beyond repair. These are symbols of stagnation, of a refusal to move forward. Your life is dynamic. Your spirit is evolving. Your wardrobe should reflect that growth. Let go of the past. Step into your future. The fourth, the trend-driven, chasing fleeting fads, sacrificing substance for style. True style is timeless. It comes from within. It's an expression of your authentic self, not a mimicry of the world. The fifth, the comfort-seeking but confidence-crushing. The sweats you wear everywhere. The unkempt. It's a subtle form of self-neglect. God desires your best. Present yourself as the queen you are, even on ordinary days. The sixth, the provocative, designed to elicit lust, to objectify. This is a violation of your sacred space. It invites unwanted attention. It diminishes your power. Choose clothing that commands respect, not invites exploitation. And the seventh, the emotionally charged. The pieces tied to heartbreak, to regret, to painful memories. These garments hold negative energy. They keep you tethered to the past. Release them. Free yourself. As you remove these items, feel the shift. Feel the lightness. Feel the space opening up. This is not just decluttering your closet. This is decluttering your soul. Now, what do you fill this space with? With intention, with purpose, with pieces that uplift you, that empower you, that align with your divine calling. Think about quality. Think about comfort. Think about pieces that speak to your inner beauty. Choose fabrics that feel good on your skin, colors that bring you joy, silhouettes that celebrate your unique form. Invest in pieces that make you feel like a goddess, because you are. This is a journey of elevation, a conscious decision to honor yourself, to honor God. Your outward appearance is a reflection of your inward state. When you prioritize your spiritual well-being, it will naturally manifest in your choices, including what you wear. Let your wardrobe become a sanctuary, a place where you dress for success, for purpose, for the divine. Every morning, as you choose your outfit, ask yourself, does this honor God? Does this honor me? Does this help me fulfill my purpose? This is more than just fashion advice. This is a call to wholeness, to embrace your inherent worth, to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Let your outward presentation reflect that magnificent truth. The world needs your light, your unique gifts, your divine perspective. Don't let your wardrobe dim that light. Let it amplify it. Let it announce your presence. Let it speak of your strength. This is a declaration, a sacred promise you make to yourself, to present yourself in a way that honors the divine spark within, to walk with your head held high, to speak with grace, to live with purpose. May you find immense joy in this process. May your closets become spaces of inspiration. May your wardrobe be a testament to your faith, to your strength, to your unwavering beauty. You are a daughter of the Most High. You are royalty. You are loved. You are capable. You are enough. Embrace that truth. Wear it well. Go forth, shine brightly, and may your journey of divine elevation be filled with peace, purpose, and an abundance of God's grace.